One of the hardest hit areas of the Midlands yesterday was lower Richland County. Upwards to 7 inches of rain fell in the lower Richland Hopkins area, and they were dealing with that today.
Yeah, News 19 was getting reports from our viewers, you telling the station that there were several roads in that area that just were not passable because of floodwaters. So now we're going to check in with our News 19's Josie Frost, who's live from Highway 769 in Eastover, where we've heard of a lot of issues. What have you been seeing out there, Josie?
Andrea, JR, this is definitely one of those roads that I would have avoided today for sure. I'm going to step out of the way so you can kind of see what's happening behind me. Now, when we got here this morning, the water was coming from this property over here on the other side of the street, and it was covering the entire road. Now it's back down to about half of a lane over here, but there's a lot of spots around here in the lower Richland community that look a lot like this. The road here has not been closed off today, but the water goes as far back as this property over here. This is one of just several areas like this in Richland County. Authorities have obviously emphasized not to drive in water like this. Just this afternoon, SCDOT said there are closures on approximately 83 state-maintained roads, with most of them being in the low country. Other roads we've seen flooding on, air-based roads, is actually closed because of a washout, and Lost John Road was partially covered in water. I spoke to some residents who live in the lower Richland area. They all said ahead of tomorrow's storms, it's bound to get worse.
There's going to be a lot of backup or a lot of potholes more, and you're going to have to find another way. It's going to affect it really bad because it's not that many detours you can really go if you stay that way.
SCDOT also urged drivers to be careful if you're driving out on roads like this, and said ahead of tomorrow's storms there could be more road closures. Andrea, JR.
All right, Josie, thanks you so much. Yeah, like Josie just said, SCDOT said during their press conference today that 83 roads were still shut down in our state, but they said they had been busy and reopened more than 20 roads. So they are out there, they are working and getting things cleared up. But unfortunately, the roads are kind of flooding as quickly as they can get the debris cleared away.
Right, and it looks like the lower Richland area could get hit again later tonight, overnight tonight into tomorrow with more rain. Not sure if it's going to be 7 inches more, but it looks like a good bit still headed toward the lower Richland area.
Absolutely.